Howdy, welcome to my greenhouse. I'm gonna go through and name all the plants and then show you a little bit about how I keep it all working. So let's get started. This one right here is a Dendrochilum glumaceum. It is currently flowering. It's got several spikes and they smell really good, especially during the day. It smells kind of like bathroom hand soap. It kind of reminds me of the Delta Sky Club. Next up is Dendrochilum formosinum. This one has been a little slow, but as you can see, it has some growth shoots, and we'll see what it turns into. I haven't seen this one flower yet. This is my Dendrochilum magnum. As you can see, it just has one leaf. I've got a baby right here, and it also has one leaf. I'm hoping both of these grow out and eventually give me some flowers. This is the largest one. That's it for the Dendrochilums. Next up is Epidendrum nocturnum. This one is a night fragrant orchid, and I've had this one about 6 months. It's put out a new shoot right here for me, so it's looking pretty good. It got a little burnt, but I mean, all my stuff got a little burnt when I moved it. Too much fertilizer, too much sun, everything dried out a little. I just moved into this greenhouse about a month ago. Here we have a Epidendrum magnoliae, and let me look at this tag by Rhyncholalia cattleya sunspots. Or I don't know if sunspots is the Rhyncholalia cattleya or if sunspots is the name of the orchid, but we'll find out. I'll definitely update you on that. Here's my Epidendrum parkinsonianum. It's given me a nice shoot recently. That's come out in the past month. Things are looking really good. Here is an Epidendrum magnoliae, and most of these are night blooming. All the ones in this row are night blooming, especially this one right here. This is an Anthurias grandiflora, and it's a little baby, but I just repotted it, and it's already got a little bit of growth going on. You can see it put out one leaf and then it put out another leaf, and right next to it, a little itty bitty leaf. Then I've got, and then onto the dendrobiums. So this one right here is a, goodness gracious. Okay, so that is a wrong tag. So I'm just gonna take that out. Well, it's a dendrobium. I guess I forgot the name. If you know which one this is, let me know. Next up is the Dendrobium legezii, and this guy's pretty small, but he's kicking. I just repotted him, and I hope he's going to grow soon. Next is the Dendrobium barana, sage, and this one recently gave me a new leaf too, a new little shoot, so that one's doing all right. This is my Epicattleya Serena's Tinkerbell by Epicattleya Nursery Rhyme by Randii, and this one has not flowered for me yet, but it looks pretty healthy. Next up is a Rhynthera manila. Only one I have of those. It's very slow. Then I've got my Epicattleya Lime Sherbet by Brassivola nodosa. This one just recently flowered and it was very pretty. But the flowers, they smell like hops, and hops aren't my favorite smell, so I don't know if I was a huge fan, but it's definitely night fragrant and very pretty. All these Brassivola hybrids are night fragrant. Let's see. Next one. A Dendrobium primulinum. And this one's kind of weird. It put out this new spike when I first got it, and it's just kind of slowed down. The top died, the bottom leaf is dying. I don't know, I guess it's going to put out a new spike for next year maybe. Let's see, next up we have the Brassivola cattleya Hawaiian Sunset. I've had this one for a year and a half now, and it's got tons of growth on it. This thing is just gone and gone and gone. Pretty nice. Behind it, I have an unknown Cattleya. It's from Fantasy Orchids, so I could probably ask them which one it is, but I'm gonna have to wait until this new shoot blooms to find out. Coming up next, I've got a bunch of random Nepenthes and carnivorous plants. I'm just gonna run through the names. Veitchii by Edwardsiana, Utricularia sandersonii, Pinguicula gigantea with some growth points, Elobo by Hualapan pinguicula. This is a Phragmipedium popolii, new growth, but it's looking kind of rough. The flower really did it in. This one right here, I completely forgot, some kind of Ventricosa sibunensis hybrid my friend Chris gave to me. Nepenthes lowii, Nepenthes truncata giant by Edwardsiana. It'd be nice to cross the Edwardsiana truncata with the Veitchii Edwardsiana. Then I have Capensis drosera. There's a Nepenthes Veitchii A. Here is a Bicalcarata. There's the little teeth under there. This is a hybrid of Veitchii, and it is not doing hot. This is one of the survivors from when my greenhouse got taken out by some high winds, and it's seen better days. It used to have 3 growth points, but now it's kind of, I'm hoping I can get at least 1. Right here, this is I forget the hybrid. I think it might be a complex, but it is Red Leaf Exotics number 3. And it is a beautiful plant. Love the pictures on it. I need to repot it. It's almost grown out of the pot. Here's a Pinguicula Alfred Lau. We have, what is this? Nepenthes Veitchii giant by Platykyla. And it's Veitchii M. That's a really nice one. Right here, this is, I believe this is an Aristolochides hybrid. Yeah. Ventricosa, or no, Ventricosa by Inermis. Okay, I was wrong. Then Pinguicula lauiana, that's the one with the red flower. Another Veitchii A. I think I have like 3 of them. Here's the Thorelii by Aristolochides. It's doing pretty well. Let's see. I don't know if this is a Nepenthes spectabile by Sumatrana or if it's a Sumatrana species. I'm guessing it's the Sumatrana species. We're just gonna say that. Then this one is Veitchii M cross F, and I'm waiting to see what that guy does. Let him get big. Here's my Pinguicula Aphrodite. It's doing pretty good, especially since I dropped my phone on it yesterday. So, we got a little flower. It's doing good. Let's see. This one is a beast. It is Nepenthes Hamada by Veitchii. And look at the pictures. It holds the pictures, and they're huge compared to the size of the plant. That's crazy. I love this one. Covered in pictures, big ones. Nice dark peristome, almost black, but it like starts out nice and gold and red and turns to just black. That's awesome. Then I got a little Nepenthes palonenses. I've tried Attenboroughi in the past, and I had some bad luck with them, but we'll see how this one does. It looks like it might be a little hardier. And then, of course, my little Nepenthes Jamban. So excited to have one of those in my collection. And then, oh yeah, this one, the Boschiana lowii campanulata. Love this one. The colors and the shape of the picture, the fluidness and the flared peristome. Super awesome. Can't wait to see it grow up. It's already got some nice leaves on it, too. Okay, and then over here, this is my Ventrata my dad gave me. It's always been in this little pot, and it used to be enormous, but I cut it down. I got some air plants, Twensias. Let's see. Here is my Yang Yang blueberry. This one super smells good. It's awesome. Just some random Phalaenopsis. I've got a Miss Angelina Jolie. That's nice when it flowers. I've got a nice Schilleriana. It flowered for me last year. I probably should have cut the spikes off. Then So here I've got I know what this one is, a Vanda Denisoniana. And this one is awesome. It gets orange flowers, and they have smell at night, and it smells like Fruit Loops or something. It's awesome. Here you have a bunch of brassavolas. I'm not gonna bore you with the names because they're all pretty much identical. But yeah, they all have white flowers and they smell like hand soap at night. But I've got pretty much every variety of brassavola you can get. Down here, I've got my bromeliads. Here's my friendship plant, Queen's Tears, whatever you want to call it. I gotta print new tags for these, so I'm just gonna show them to y'all. I gotta go through my eBay purchases and figure out what's what. But they're pretty cool. I recently got into bromeliads. Here's a hot pink tips. And here's a Darth Vader. This one's my favorite. Love Darth Vader. Super cool plant. Very spiky. It really hurts when it sticks you. Got another bromeliad here. And that's just one part of the greenhouse. Let's move on. So we've got more Vandas. This one is a Lemon Delight. This one is a Bangkok Sunset. This one is a Vanda Tessellata by Luzonica. That's a miniature. Okay, that's it for the Vandas. Moving on to bulbos. Here's my Bulbophyllum falcatum. It is pretty big. I bought this with like pretty much as many bulbs as this for like 36 bucks. It was awesome. Look, it's got two nice new bulbs on it, and it's already flowered for me twice. I don't know the names of any of these bulbophyllums, so I'm just going to kind of go over them and let you admire them. I do know that this one right here is a cruciatum because I purchased it like that, but the rest of these were rescue orchids. I bought them from a lady in somewhere, I don't know, but they all seem to be doing good. I've had them for like a year now. This one's really cool right here. This is my Bulbophyllum phalaenopsis. Bulbophyllum phalaenopsis is the largest of the bulbophyllum species, and the flowers smell like rotting flesh, and they typically attract flies. Here's some more bulbos. Yeah, these are all small plants, nothing crazy. Here, I got another Denisoniana because I loved it so much I wanted to have two. So now I have two. And then here's some more bulbophyllums that I have just in a tray. I just kind of set them in some moss and bark, and I'm just seeing what they do. You can see there's some vertical leaves that have come up. Kind of nice. They're making it. This one right here is really cool. I hope it lives. Moving on, I've got some bulbophyllums mounted, or they're not really mounted, they're just kind of sitting there, but on this log. I've got to water them every day. This one recently flowered, but the flower died. You can see that, the petiole. Yeah, there's another one. Then I've got some more larger Nepenthes. This is a complex cross of Lowii, Veitchii, Truncata, whatever. It makes pretty cool pictures. I've got a lot of it on my Instagram. Here's a Maxima Dark by Lowii. It's got a nice basil on it and a nice long vine. And when I trimmed the flower off of it, I kind of maybe infected it. So it looks like it's activating another node though, so we'll see. Then, let's see, what's this? This is a cutting of the Maxima by Lowii. Let's see, they got angel hair fern or maiden hair fern or whatever. Some more bulbos. This was my first Nepenthes ever, Nepenthes ventrata. I've had this thing since I was in college. Pretty cool. Then just another brassavola. And then here's another brassavola, my little stars. And that's kind of back to this half of the greenhouse. There's a whole other half. Not as much stuff, but it's there. So I've got a hanging bromeliad. Nothing fancy, it's just one from the grocery store. Got some more air plants. Got this really nice orchid from the grocery store. It's superb. I got it and repotted it, and it's super happy. I've got a Bulbophyllum ericksonii, and I keep it here next to my pinguicula it had some fungus gnats, and I just want to make sure that it's going to be safe and not die, because I really want to see this one flower. If you look, you can see there's some little growth shoots starting to come out in there. It got stressed this summer. So then I've got a pinguicula neon raspberry. I've got Pinguicula Erlariziae by Mesophytica. I've got an Agnata green. Let's see. This is a Banfieldara Gilded Tower Mystic Maze. Here is a Oncidium Heavenly Scent Redolence. This is like the Sherry Baby, except the flowers are a little bit more compact. Sherry Babies are known for having enormous flower spikes. Here's another Banfieldara Gilded Tower Mystic Maze. I absolutely love this one. When it flowers, it's covered in so many big flowers that it's so strong during the day, and it smells like honey lemon cough drops. Super awesome. Let's see, we've got a Zygopetalum Arthur L. I have no idea what that looks like, but supposedly it's going to be very pretty and smell good too. I got a Maxillaria coconut orchid. Definitely needs to be repotted. Does not like this container or the medium it's in. Here is a mystery Bulbophyllum. This is my favorite one. I have a suspicion it might be a cruciatum, but the little bulbs look like little pumpkins almost. I love it. Then we got the Wilsonia Aloha Sparks Halloween. And yesterday was Halloween and there's no spikes on the plant, so I guess not. Okay, next up. I have no idea what this is called. Like, it makes me think like Monstera, but that's not what this is. I know they're called either Cycnodes or something else. I just had it, but I don't know. I'll Google it. I'll figure out what Mon stands for. Montoni something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. This is my first one I've ever had of these, and from what I've heard, you just kind of let it die. So I'm just gonna let it die, and it looks like it's got new growth coming out right there at the bottom. So we'll see what happens, and I'll learn this guy's name. Okay, so this one is a Oncidium Twinkle, and I've had this one for 2 years now, and it's due for a repot. You can see there's no new growth. The roots are probably all rotten. Here is my Psychopsis Mendenhall Hildos. This leaf right here is its latest one. It's super. The bulbs are super awesome. I can't wait for it to flower. Here's another air plant. Here is one of my Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. This one is variegated, and it just put out this nice new leaf. And it's got a twin right next to it that's green. So it's kind of cool. There was a green one and a variegated in the same pot. And then I've got this one back here that is also variegated, and it is pretty super. It starts out kind of speckled at the top, and then it gets a little stripe of light green, and then it just turns like full yellow with a little speckle at the end. It's kind of cool. And then this one's just all like spattered, like whatever. Awesome. Look at them both together, like the juxtaposition of them. Like one's kind of crazy and one's more like kind of mute and calm. Then I've got my Anthurium veitchii, which is super awesome. It just put that leaf out. I got some pinguiculas here. One of them's kind of rotten. I'm gonna take that out. Okay, so I've got to get another Tiffany's Neon Jamboree. But this one right here is Pixie Pop, and it looks like it's doing good. So yeah, I guess I just gotta watch the watering. Let's see, I've got a vanilla orchid, nothing special there. I finally got a Neophoenicia hybrid. It's a Neostylus Lucneri by Neophoenicia falcata. Super awesome little plant, and supposedly is gonna smell super awesome at night too, hopefully. Then just some random succulents. I got another air plant. And then here's all of my rescue Cattleyas. I've got a ton of rescue Cattleyas. And over here I've got a few rescue Dendrobiums mixed in. Then I've got this awesome piece right here. The Epidendrum Rio Clarense. So it's fragrant and it's purple. So awesome. Look at the bulbs on that thing. This is insane. You could hang those from the Christmas tree. They look like onions. And then finally, I have an Aerovanda. This is a huge Vanda orchid. It's in a big pot. Don't let the camera fool you. Aerovanda photocin. And I don't know if it smells good or not, but it was really pretty, and it was, I don't know, if I bought 2 orchids, I'd get some off of the what is it, the Denisoniana. So I ended up getting that too as like a package deal. Then over here, I've just got a fern.